Was Britain's greatest war hero the target of a skilled marksman, or was he simply the victim of a random gunshot? This is our museum's secret.
Hi, Ian.
Hi, Sam.
Thank you very much for coming along.
Sam Willis has enlisted the help of artillery expert Ian Henn, who has brought a replica French musket with him. Unlike the rifles of later decades, this musket is not the ideal weapon for precise target shooting.
The balls are not exactly spherical. They didn't always come out the centre of the barrel of the musket. They may have come out of the top, the bottom, or one side, and that would have affected where they would have ended up on target.
I think the first thing we should do is test the accuracy of these muskets. What do we need?
If I grab the musket, if you grab the tape measure, we'll measure out and see what we can get on with.
Well, here's our Nelson dummy. We know he was a bit shorter than this, but it'll do for our purposes.
It will do, yes.
We won't fit a thing.
Let's measure it and see how far away we can do it.
Ian will try a close-range shot at just 10 meters from the target.
So all we need to do now is to pull the gun back to full cock, and it's ready to fire.
Right. I think you got him.
I think we got him, yes.
There.
There we go, look.
And were you aiming for the sort of the main
Well, I
chest?
was aiming for the main torso.
Yeah.
You see, with a smoothbore musket, you do have accuracy problems. You don't know where it's going to come out of the bore.
Even at close range, the musket isn't that accurate. And on the day of the battle, the shot would have been considerably more complicated. It's been calculated that Nelson was standing 16 meters away from the base of the mizzenmast of the French ship at the moment he was shot.
16 metres there in
16
your hand.
metres, so that's here. Let's wave the truck back.
And the shooter was 15 meters up the mast.
That's much higher than I thought.
OK.
How are you doing? That is 15 metres off the ground. That's the height of the Redoutable's mizzenmast. From down there, it looked incredibly high. But from here, it's surprisingly close, bearing in mind that that's an enemy ship, that's going to be rigging full of enemy soldiers.
In the chaos of battle, cannons would be firing, and gunpowder smoke would be wafting across the ship's decks. Sam wants to factor that into the equation, too.
I think he hit the mannequin. Unbelievably, he shot him in the left shoulder. That's absolutely amazing. So even with the noise and the smoke of the cannon, he's managed to shoot him on the left shoulder, just below the epaulette, exactly where Nelson was shot, which is an extraordinary shot, and it's completely not what I expected to happen.
Ian's bullet has gone right through the dummy, penetrating the center of the back, where the spine would be.
It's extraordinarily similar what's happened here. If you compare what happened with Nelson with what we've managed to recreate from the angles, from the distance and from the height. We need to rethink that moment of Nelson's death and to consider the fact that he was deliberately targeted by a French marksman.